With this video, we'll be discussing each of Eren Yeager's Titan forms showcased throughout the Attack on Titan series. Now, the very first and arguably most important Titan form that Eren gains access to is the Attack one. It initially manifests with Eren's desire to save Mikasa from death, and it is last shown when Eren and Zeke attempt to join forces to end the suffering of subjects of Ymir in the final arc. The Attack Titan is passed down to Eren by his father, Grisha, at the age of 10 after he is injected with Titan spinal fluid and turned into a pure Titan temporarily. He then consumes his own father and receives the power. Before Eren, the Attack Titan was passed down to his father Grisha by the owl Eren Kruger, who wanted to rebel against Marley's treatment of the Eldians. Surprisingly, it is revealed that through the Attack Titan's power, it was not Grisha's decision to pass it on, but actually Eren's future self. In terms of appearance, although Eren's Attack Titan takes on a partially human look, it has a larger mouth, jaw and teeth, elongated ears, and a hairstyle more reminiscent of Eren in his older years. It is also far leaner than Grisha's version of the very same Titan. As for abilities, when using the Attack Titan, Eren gains not only speed that makes him faster than pure Titans, but enhanced strength and stamina that makes this form ideal for longer battles. Although at first, Eren's Attack Titan cannot crystallize the way the female Titan can, but with the injection of a special serum, he gains the ability as well. Because it isn't ingrained in the Attack Titan's form, Eren also needs to train to use it correctly and repeatedly. The first time he uses it, Eren is able to save his friends from being killed in the cavern by creating a crystallized scaffolding. After some more training, Eren is able to create entirely crystallized Titan shells, which are used to block holes in the walls, and he can even pick specific body parts to harden during his fights later on. Similarly to the other 9 Titans, the Attack one can regenerate skin, muscle, bone, and entire body parts if needed. This can also be done when not in Titan form, as demonstrated when Eren is captured by Reiner and Berthold. As a bonus, with the Attack Titan stamina, Eren is able to create multiple Titan bodies in quick succession, with 3 being the most he has used before finally running out of stamina. A hidden ability that Eren has from this form is also to see into future memories of other inheritors. An example of this is when Eren kissed Historia's hand during their medal ceremony and made a terrified face upon seeing what had happened with his father killing the royals and the future to come. A future he was very much a part of. Although Titans and subjects of Ymir are condemned to follow orders by either the founding Titans or the original Titan, the Attack Titan is the only one that was created to rebel and free the Eldians from the hubris of King Fritz. Mikasa put it best when she described Eren's Titan as being the embodiment of humanity's rage when she first saw it. With the Attack Titan's power comes some downsides, however. For one, like all the other 9 Titans, after 13 years of using the power, the user is destined to die. Another issue with this form is though it is built to fight and endure long battles, it is not as agile as the female Titan nor the Jaw Titan due to its thicker build, as shown through confrontations with them. It is also less durable than the Armored Titan in some aspects and much smaller than the Colossal Titan, as its name implies. Next, we have the Founding Titan. Although Eren isn't initially aware of it, his body also carries the Founding Titan. It is shown in a flashback that Eren's father ate the royal, Frida, who had the power originally when he was in the Attack Titan state. And this form is also referred to as the Coordinate by the Eldians from Marley. When it comes to abilities, normally the Founding Titan has the ability to command other Titans, communicate with other Eldians, when in Titan form or not, share or manipulate memories of the subjects of Ymir, and even manipulate Eldian bodies. And this manipulation extends to even changing the very anatomy of said people. And this is why Zeke wanted to use the power to sterilize all Eldians. This founding power can also create more Titans and trigger the changing of Eldians into pure Titans with a command like the Beast Titan Scream. But not everything is positive for the Founding Titan. On the negative side, the power to control Eldians does not extend to the Ackerman bloodline. This means a Founding Titan cannot change their memories through its power, nor can it control their actions. Also, the Ackerman bloodline cannot be changed into pure Titans even with the command or the Scream, regardless of having consumed Titan spinal fluid. However, not many of the Ackerman bloodline are left, with only Mikasa and Levi alive by the end of the series. Like the other Titans, the Founding one is not immune to the 13-year curse and must pass on the power before they die, or it will be given to a random subject of Ymir when they are born. Besides that, when Eldians from Ymir's royal bloodline held the Founding Titan's power, they were forced to follow rules and live in a specific manner. Thanks to the 145th Eldian king Karl Fritz, there was a vow forced upon the Founding Titans of royal blood that made them renounce war in any shape, which additionally changed their personalities. And although they could control and manipulate subjects of Ymir and even future events, they could only do so if they ensured the future kept the status quo. For EREN, this was not an issue, but in his case, he could not trigger the power without having a member of the royal family to physically touch near him, even one in pure Titan form like Dinafrit. And when it's triggered, EREN can only see subconscious memories, not past memories or previous founding Titans, because he carries no royal blood. Moving on now, we have the Warhammer Titan. This was the third Titan form that EREN acquired, and this time it was of his own volition. In Marley, EREN comes across his Titan form through his confrontation with the Tiber noble family. Laura Tiber is the holder at the time, and when she loses against EREN, he swallows her and her spinal fluid to take the Warhammer Titan. As for what this thing can do, although EREN isn't shown using this power very much, his fight with Laura reveals some details of the ability. The Warhammer Titan can create weapons out of hardened Titan flesh, and this flesh is much harder than other Titans. The weapons can be spikes, hammers, sickles, or even more flexible weapons as well. The Warhammer allows the Titan body to change form in some ways to accommodate the weapon creation as well as regenerate like all other Titan forms. Though the female Titan has crystallization, the Warhammer Titan's version is far superior and can protect the Titan user with it. Lara demonstrates that this Titan can be used remotely while the human form is safely hidden elsewhere attached by a cord, what is essentially an umbilical cord for the Warhammer Titan. As this Titan does not require direct contact with the Eldian user, the body can appear elsewhere at any time, and it forms from the feet upwards rather than from the nape of the neck. But since his Titan form is still subjected to the same issues as all the rest, the user is cursed to die after 13 years of carrying the power as well. Also, despite the crystallization of the Warhammer being extremely strong, it still stands no chance against the Jaw Titan, which can easily break through it. And this isn't to mention that even with the safety of using the Warhammer Titan from a distance, there is still a risk of being disconnected. That's to say, if another Titan or person were to cut the cord between the user and Titan, then the Titan can no longer be controlled and serves no purpose, likely with no way to be remade or attached. Which lastly brings us to EREN's final form, the founding and original Titan's powers combined. Near the very end of the series, EREN rushes from the gunfight between the Marleyans and the Eldians of Paradis to reach his elder brother Zeke and his founding Titan power. But just as he is about to reach Zeke, EREN is shot in the neck, his head flying off and landing in Zeke's palm like a baseball. After a very long travel through time, it is revealed that the original Titan's power comes from a skeletal form that attaches itself to a host, much like a parasitic being. Originally, it had attached itself on an abused and half-dead Ymir who wished to escape death altogether. A couple millennia later, a long thin spine attaches itself to EREN's decapitated head and allows him to take on a new and stronger form, overcoming death in his last moments. His body is unrecognizable beyond his head and hair, which are reminiscent of the Attack Titan form. As for his body, it is now large with spiked spines, with gaps in between that resemble a spinal cord without flesh to cover the protruding bones. The body itself is massive, monstrously so, dwarfing even the many colossal Titans of the walls. Later, when EREN's Titan body is separated from the original Titan, the form takes on more of a colossal Titan appearance with long limbs and a towering height, but his head remains the same as when he transformed into the Attack Titan. And there was another smaller head, EREN's actual head, which was cut from his body and within the giant Titan's mouth. With this original Titan power, EREN is not only able to command Titans as the founding Titan could, but he can also summon the Titans lying dormant within Paradis's walls to embark on the rumbling to flatten the rest of the world. This final form can also create Titan bodies from within his own skeletal flesh, such as a Beast Titan. On top of that, EREN's use of the original Titan allows him to revive past users of the 9 Titans to join in on the war against non-Paradis island residents. After this upgrade to the founding Titan's powers, EREN also prevents subjects of Ymir from using Titan powers against him, as he can control any and all subjects at will. This includes stopping Titans from creating hardening and breaking hardening that was done by Annie. It overrides all others with Royal Titan blood who can normally use the founding Titan's power as well, and this is shown when the pure Titan Zeke created attacked not only the Marleyan soldiers but the Eldians of Paradis Island indiscriminately. Additionally, with the revival of the past Titan inheritors, EREN can also use the Scream, which none of the Titan powers he has within his body can use normally. And to top it all off, the 3 Titans within EREN and the added original Titan power makes even the explosive powers that comes from the Colossal Titan's transformation seem inferior. EREN is just that strong by the end of the series. In this original Titan existence, EREN is able to give orders telepathically to all who share Ymir's bloodline, but remains in a subconscious sleep for most of the rumbling. Within that massive vertebrate form, EREN can also draw Eldians into the paths as he pleases, similarly to Ymir herself. EREN can speak through thoughts while his body remains in a kind of sleep mode. However, unlike with the other forms EREN was using, this final form does not allow him to lead the Titan body. In fact, EREN would likely die immediately if he tried to disconnect from it and create a new vessel, as he had with the Attack Titan, due to having his head cut off. Another downside to EREN using the original Titan and the founding one is that people with royal blood, closer to Ymir in that way, can then shake the controlled Titans out of their comatose controlled state and give them orders, bypassing EREN's own godlike access to the subjects of Ymir. And at that, with a little bit of help, Zeke successfully stopped the rumbling by doing so until he loses his head thanks to the vengeful Levi. Finally, for as much control as EREN has over the future and lives of his fellow Eldians, even their memories, so they see him as a villain until the bitter end, once he passes, so too do any of his Titan powers. And that means that all the erasure and memory manipulation EREN had done during his time as a giant spine Titan disappears, and the truth of his actions are revealed, leaving his friends with only grief, allowing EREN to return to his savior status once more to a certain extent. Like EREN once said in the case of Ymir, despite all his power, he is not a god, he is just a person, but certainly one to be remembered for ages to come. And hopefully you'll remember to subscribe to Plot Armor with notifications on, because when it comes to bringing you some of the best Attack on Titan content on the platform, Plot Armor has you covered. And over on our brand new Western comic channel, Plot Armor Comics, we dropped our very first video, the top 10 evil versions of Spider-Man. So if that sort of thing interests you, we would really appreciate the support. As always, I'm Slice of Otaku. Thank you all so much for watching and have an awesome day. I love you.